Well, hello, good morning, my beautiful angels. As I continue with your weekly readings for this week, I uploaded yesterday your general energetic reading for this week. If you have a chance to take a look at it on your way to work or at your quiet time at home, this is now your general love reading. This will be followed by an X Factor reading, and then later on in the day, I hope to finally get to a special birthday edition card pull for Sagittarius. Cards in space have been prayed and blessed over before each reading to account for time. Cleansing the space, may a source of white light and God's protection and energy of Archangel Michael guide and protect us during this reading. We're going to start out this weekly reading with one of my Lenormand decks to start out the story and the message for Sagittarius. Happy birthday to those of you who celebrate today or during the week. Usually I'm guided to lay out 3, but you know with Lenormand, because they are read in pairs, I will lay out 4. Underlying card, the heart. So we have Pants, Broom, Letter, and the Tower. Let's see how this pertains to Sagittarius and love this week. So with the energy of the Pants, Queen of Diamonds, decisions, opportunities, you're trusting yourself to make the right decision when it comes to love this week. This could be an ultimatum that someone has given you, or ultimatum you have given someone. Like, either get your act together or hit the road, Jack, or you've been indecisive on 2 people that you've been talking to romantically, and you really need to narrow it down to 1. So this is going to be a real, the energy of 22, 4, Queen of Diamonds. This is a decision that really ties in with the longevity of how you look at this relationship and this particular partner, the pros and cons. If you go on a particular path with this partner, will this be the partner to back you up? Will this be the partner to support you? Or if you take the other path, will that partner be the one that you would have to support, that the one that would lean more on you? So it's a tough decision, because I do feel you have 2 parties of interest that you do have chemistry with, and even sexual compatibility, but there's deeper meanings to love, right? And especially when we're talking about long-term commitments than the superficial stuff and what's on the surface. We need to really dig deep inside. So if you're stuck in this particular road and journey this particular week of your life, it's okay, but choose one you must. You can't continue talking to 2 people. Not only does it drain your energy, but it gives people mixed signals and causes unnecessary drama. With the Broom right next to the path, the confirmation, you can only have but one. Heavy decisions, heavy discussions, having that discussion with the one that you might have to let go or walk away from. The one that might be a little bit more argumentative. The one that you know in your gut feeling you should probably step away from, but there's something that draws you to them. But you're going to have to, at some point, come to the determination that this particular one has to go. With the letter, you might write them a letter, or this could be correspondence of someone leaving you a letter professing their love to you, an ex trying to get back in touch with you, or a message from a third party that an ex or someone who has a love interest with you is trying to get back in touch with you. But next to the Tower card, I just feel that whatever this letter is, it deals with separation and loss. So I do find that maybe if you don't want to confront this person, your second person, your other option when it comes to love in person, because you think it's going to be too dramatic with them, you might decide to just put it all in pen and paper or text them, and then maybe change your number or block them, because it's going to cause problems and they're going to be very dramatic. And overall, you want to protect your heart, Sagittarius, and you're going with your heart. It's not that you didn't care for this particular person, but out of the 2, you need to make the better choice for yourself. Coming along with the heart is the clouds. Because currently, You've been living a fantasy. You've been enjoying having two different people interested in you and sharing life with you and having good times. But you know that's not how it's really done. That's not the reality of a situation. That only causes confusion and negativity when you are giving your heart to more than one person. So you're making the right decision to finally just let it be one. The house, yeah. Because you want that happy home. You want someone that's going to come home to you and love you. And you just want to narrow your energy down to just one person. This is the person, the house, the home. This is the person you're going to write your story with. This is the person that you're going to create books and chapters of love, children, strength, family, growth, business, the dynamic of what a relationship looks like to you. So I love that. The other message we get for this week is a television. Life has no remote, constantly switching channels. This could have been the energy I feel that the universe is saying that some of you have been doing romantically, and this is why your love life isn't grounded. You've been going like from one person to the other. You're trying to find that particular something or someone, and you're just not happy or pleased. So you're just, hitting the field. And you're not going to make a decision till you get all the facts. And I feel for those of you who've narrowed it down to two, you're getting the facts and you're ready to make that decision. Why? Because with the energy of the safe, your freedom and the protection of your freedom and your heart means a lot to you. So you need someone who you know is going to safeguard you, that's going to protect you and care for you and guard your heart as if it was their own. With the microwave, timing means everything. You have to remember when you're talking to more than one person and then you start developing feelings for them or vice versa, you're narrowing the time and space for you to actually make a connection with someone. Because if someone else finds out that you're talking to someone else, they're not going to stay and play these games, Sagittarius. They're going to want you to make a decision. Timing is everything. So I do feel many of you feel like, you know what, this was good for the ride that it was, but the new year's coming. I want to start fresh with one person, my partner, my love. The bottom of the deck with bathtub. Some of you are going to really take time to meditate on this, soaking in the tub, meditation, a long walk in the park. Just releasing whatever you felt towards the second person that you now have to let go. Because you know this is not something that you can sustain. And again, it's not healthy. Let's go to my deck here. They have a problem facing and dealing with reality. Remember I told you when you have to break it to that other person that you're going to walk away from, it's going to be challenging. And that's why you might want to let them know via text or letter. Your paths will never cross again. Once you walk away from this relationship, you and this person's paths will never cross again. That doesn't mean that they won't try to attempt to contact you or respond to your letter or text, but you will never physically see each other again. They believe they were a failure. They will walk away from this relationship after you don't choose them, feeling that they're a failure. And this is, again, the ups and downs of when you play with people's emotions. The universe is reminding you to let go, to face the truth and pick who is for you. Focus on the person that you truly love and want to be with. Be grateful that you've had the option to choose from two, but now you need to settle for one. One or both of these parties have been patient with you for some time. So they're also going to be relieved that you make a decision. And I feel in some cases, because of how the new generation works, when it comes to romance with all this open relationship and stuff, that they very much well can be aware of each other. Because you haven't made a firm commitment to either. And I believe you've told both of them this. So they're not surprised that you're not fully committed to them. And they've been patient as you make your decision as to whom you want to be with. embodiment. The one that you choose is the one that embodies your heart and soul. Again, this is the one that you feel you can connect with. This is the one that's going to be with you in the good times and bad times. This is the one that you feel you can grow with, that expands on the vision of what you have as far as love. They contribute to the factors of the relationship. Adulting. For many of you, you're going through this birthday where it could be a real milestone birthday where you have to start adulting. You can't play the games that you used to play before when it came to love. You know, playing with people sexually. You got to get past that as well. And the key player. Finally realizing you just need one key person in your life. You don't have to strengthen the energy that it takes to manage two. You have to work, Sagittarius, on not being tempted sexually by people. Avoiding those late night booty calls, especially from exes. Don't tell everyone, especially your friends, your sexual appetite. Don't share things regarding your relationship with others because people will gossip about it. Keeping it 100. It's best to be honest with the people that you deal with, especially sexually, especially if you're seeing more than one person. One of the people that you were dealing with that might lead to you walking away from them and not choosing them as your one is because this person dabbles with dirty money. They might do some things under the cuff that you just don't want to be involved with. One more card from this deck. Yeah, they're a total F-up person, okay? This person is going to get you into problems you feel if you stay with them. They're an imposter. So definitely, you know, it makes it easier when one of the people that you have a crush on or you're dealing with really has that gangster type of element to them, that real bad boy. They're not faking to be a bad boy. They really are a bad boy. It makes it easier for you to choose because your safety, your sanity, again, avoiding the drama, right? When you deal with guys or gals that are a little dangerous or they live in that little dangerous side of life, that can come over to your life as well. That can affect your home, your job, your life. So, you know, it makes it quite easier. That's nice to play with for a day or two, but that's not something the type of energy you want for a lifetime. Tapping in with my Christmas tarot, we get here the Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups, Eight of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles. For many of you this week, you're controlling your emotions. You're kind of bringing it in, like I said. You're realizing the childish games can't be anymore. Playing the field or just being with people sexually because you desire them or you're attracted to them. That's child's play. You're always going to have people coming in, Sagittarius, wanting to give to you, wanting to be with you. They're attracted to you. But you've got to finally settle down and put the time and work into a solid relationship. One that you can sustain, one that you can build with, one that you know you will be committed to and they will be committed to you as well. I'm going to close out with three more cards. My cards are spilling out here. Weighing your options. Many of you, this is the week where you're going to do that, like I said, and make a decision between two parties. You're going to go with the warning signs of which one you should walk away from. Didn't I say meditate? Thank you, universe. You're going to meditate and give it some deep thought. Envious. I feel the one that's the bad boy or the bad girl. There's some envy there. You envy the energy of their crazy life. You envy the great sex and just their way of taking life by control. But they also envy you because they envy the fact that your life is a little bit more quiet and calmer. Last cards. Be confident in your decision. Remember, you don't have to stick with the decision and the choice you make, but at least be confident in it, knowing that this is the intention, that you plan to be with this person for a while. Show more respect to yourself and to others by, again, keeping close circles, not spreading yourself too thin. And just because people are attracted to you don't mean you have to reciprocate that same energy. Lurking. That person that you walk away from, the other option, remember it said you won't cross each other's path, but their energy is so heavy, it is going to be lurking around you. Let's get a clarifier. Seeing clearly. Yeah. Their energy is going to stay around you. Something might finally take them away from concentrating on you. They might be looking to a new career path. And they're finally going to come to the determination that you walking away from them wasn't anything personal. Commitment coming, 22. So within 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 hours, 4 minutes, you're going to make that decision. You're going to clarify and commit to that person, and that other person is going to commit to you as well. And I really do believe the universe and yourself, you know that you're making the right decision. They're telling me to go here to the middle of this deck to give you a closing message. Wow, no debate. Yeah, there's no debate on who you should choose. You don't need to do anything to be more worthy, Sagittarius. You are valuable regardless of your circumstances. You always have been and always will be. It's not up for debate. You don't need to compete. You don't need to have a whole source of dudes and gals in your circle romantically. It doesn't matter how many people you have in your life romantically. That doesn't make you a better person or more spontaneous or more favorable person. Giving your heart to one person and that one person giving you their heart back, that is what matters. And look what was right behind that, the key. That's the key. Not debating the fact that you deserve love. And I get it, sometimes we have several options and several doors open to it, but just because we have those options doesn't mean that we need to walk through those particular doors or all of those doors. So I hope this message really resonates. It's out there for someone that is in this predicament of making a choice, or being overzealous or overwhelmed because they have so many suitors at their door. It's fun, it's nice, it's cute, but it can get complicated. So I'm glad that if you haven't made that decision yet, this video, these energies that are being surrounding you or kind of making you more going towards that commitment, it's so much easier to navigate one relationship. So the commitment is coming. You're going to make it. You're going to make that choice. That person, the second, the other option, they will be disappointed, but you'll never see each other again. Yes, the energy of them will lurk around you. You will feel it around you, but they're going to get preoccupied with business and money matters, and then eventually they're going to realize it wasn't personal. They knew what the deal was, that they weren't the only one in your life, and they're going to come to terms with it. And that'll be the end of that chapter. Enjoy your commitment. Enjoy the decisions that you make. Make the best and the right one for you and your heart. Namaste.